Welcome to Revit 2019 Demo 30. We're going to continue this demo from Revit 2019 Demo 29. So we're going to go ahead and open up that Demo 29 file. For this course and for this lecture, we're going to discuss electrical legends. Legends provide a way to display a list of the various building components and annotations used in a project. The two most common types of legends are annotation legends and building component legends. In this tutorial, we will create an electrical component legend. We have a few electrical fixtures loaded from the last exercise. So we're going to go to View, and we're going to hit Legends. Under Legends, we're going to create a legend, and we're going to name it Electrical Legend. Our scale is going to be set to 1/4 inch equals 1 foot, and we're going to hit OK. You now have a blank sheet. Legends are not Revit-like. Maybe someday they will be. For right now, Annotate is the tab we're going to want to go to, and we're going to want to place a component. And the component we want to place is called a legend component. So up to the top of the screen in the option bar, you're going to notice that we have all of the families that are placed currently. We want to go down to electrical fixtures. So we're going to look for electrical fixtures, and it's going to have all of the components that we currently have placed. You'll also notice that we have all of the lighting fixtures that we have placed or loaded into the project. So what we want to do is we want to pick the outlet GFI single, and we want to bring that down to the screen. So we're going to go to electrical fixtures, outlet GFI single, and we're going to place that on the screen. The host length is the wall holding the object. 3 feet is okay. So we're going to bring in several using the green lines to align. So we're going to go down to the next one and place single. And you'll notice that I'm just using these green lines to get them in place. Then I'm going to choose the 3-way. And I'm slowly just placing elements. And then I also want to choose the outlet duplex. And they're all aligned. So they're slightly off, and I can use my AL. Actually can't use the align tool. I have to drag it to get them to snap. So just know that as I'm dragging these, they're going to associate the values. So it'll show me where things are misaligned. So getting these in and aligned is very important. Now, what we can do is we can create text from the quick access bar, or typing TX, or annotate text. So from here, I'm going to place text, and I'm going to choose 3 30-second Arial, and this is going to be called, in capitals, ground fault circuit interrupter. And that's placed. And I'm going to align that to the wall. And I'm just going to copy this down from ballpark here to here, copy, here to here, copy, here to here. Now once I have those all placed, I can then type in values. I can hit Control-A, single pole switch. I can come in here and type in Control-A, 3-way switch. I can come in here and type 110 volt duplex outlet. And then we'll go ahead and notice that this is all placed. Now if I scroll down to A202, which is my electrical plan level 1, I can then place the legend, electrical legend, in the top right corner. Now for now I'm going to place it right up here. And you'll notice that it's automatically filling out and adjusting to illustrate what I've got drawn. Now you can use the legend in other drawings. You can copy it to the clipboard and paste into another legend, or you can also create a legend and add it to your company template. So now if I wanted to apply this electrical legend to the first floor, which I don't want to do, but I want to show you what's going to happen, when I place this on the sheet, it allows me to continue to place those. So that's incredibly valuable. Now I could also Control-C this. Oh, it won't let me copy that. So you cannot copy that, but I could copy these elements into something else. So it is important to know that you can place that on other sheets. That's very beneficial for these legends. Now what we want to do is create a wall type legend. So we're going to go to View, just like we did before. We're going to go into Legends and hit Legend, and we're going to name it wall type legend. From here, we want to set the scale to 1 inch equals 1 foot. which is a, let's see, 1 inch equals 1 foot, should be a 12 inch equals 1 foot. So that's what is intended by this. Oh no, 1 inch equals 1 foot. There it is. I found it. From there, we're going to say okay, and we're going to set the detail level to medium. Once that's set, we're going to go into annotate, component, legend component, and I want to go up to the top of the screen to choose families, and I want to pick one of the walls I created. So I'm going to choose the 2x4, so I'm going to look for walls, and I'm going to look for the 2x4. I actually don't have any 2x4s in here. Let's look for interior walls. There's some interior walls. And then I'm looking at all the Gallatin walls that I created, so they're all in here. Now notice that this text is capitalized. I could edit the type of that wall, but I'm just going in and selecting these. I could actually rename that and get it to look correct. I would advise that that's what we do. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. We'll go ahead and go into the plan. So if we just go up to level 1, wall, find the wall that's labeled Gallatin with the capitals. This one, we're going to edit the type, we're going to rename it, and I just want it to show up correctly in that list. So Gallatin. Hit OK. Head back to my wall type legend, which is down here. We're going to go ahead and come up to our annotate, legend component, walls, and I want to look and see Gallatin's in there. I don't have the space dash space, so I can go back to that level 1 plan, go to architecture wall, select that, edit the type, rename it, and add the space dash space. And that way I'm modifying the values that are being reported to that legend, and therefore it's going to be easier to find things. That's the whole point. So under here, if I go to legend component, scroll down to walls, now Gallatin is nicely organized throughout. So we can go through and actually start to place what these values are. Now, I could place this 3 or 4 times. So I could place, I think we've created about 4 or 5 different types. Now, those didn't align very well, but I can just kind of drag them back, snap them in, and then I can select the values and change them. So I could say I want that one to be that one to be that one, and I'm just going down the list through these and making sure that things are aligned, because that's important. So cool, everything's aligned. Now 1 inch, we'll do that. Oops, we wanted this one. 5/8, 5/8. So I'm just creating all the different Gallatin walls that I created. 5.5. Okay, that's all correct. 5th one needs to be this one. So we've got all the different wall types that we've created. Now from here, what we could do is we can continue to label these walls. So we could continue to label what is shown here, and I would advise doing that. So we could literally, one way that we could do this quickly is we could go to level 1, choose the wall that we created, which in this case was the first one, edit the type, rename, Control C, cancel, cancel, head back to the wall type legend, hit text, place text, Control V, that wall type value's in there. Now I want this to be uppercase, so if I hit double click this, Control A, I can actually tell it to be uppercase from the text value. And then what I could do is I could copy this down the 6 times that I've created them by hitting multiple. So there's number 3, 4, technically 6. Go into level 1, wall, drop down, go to the next one down. Notice I have 7 different wall types. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I go to the wall type legend, I've only got 5, so I'm missing some. So if I make sure that I'm selecting the first one, the then second one, the then third one, looking at the list, the 4th one, 5th one, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I can copy this same one down, so I'm really just going through and building this legend. So 5, 6, 7. There's my 7th one. So this is the 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a bit thick, so I'm going to just arrow key these down through selection, arrow key down. We'll adjust this one to the last one, arrow key it down, copy these values by multiple, boom, boom, boom. Those work for now. Go back to level 1, choose wall, choose the second one down, edit the type, rename, Control C, cancel, cancel, back to wall type legend, Control A, Control V, and I'm just going to keep doing that. I'm going to go through and select each wall down the list, and it's going to remember that last wall that I selected, so I know that I'm selecting the right ones, and I'm basically just going to rename all the values that are associated to each of these walls. And that way, I know what I'm drawing is correct. So I'm now down to the third one. So come back over here, wall, go down to the third one, rename, and I'm just going to go through and do this real quick. And this takes a little bit of time. And that ensures that the values that are associated to the walls that I'm drawing are correct. It also ensures that my schedule illustrates correctly. So let's just see where I'm at. So I may have gone a little too far. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's two values of 3.5 and 5.5. Let's just look here. I pasted 5.5 here. So let's just Control A. And you just got to be careful going through these. And we can just adjust this one because we know it's 3.5. Make sure your number locks is on. And now we'll go down to the 5th one in that wall type category. So we're looking for the 5th one. Edit type, rename, Control C, cancel, cancel. I'm just copying the value out of it. That's all I'm doing. Control V. Now we need the 6th and 7th. So wall, 6th, edit type, rename, Control C, cancel, cancel. And now we're almost on the 7th one. So we're going to choose the 7th wall here, edit type, rename, Control C, OK, cancel. It doesn't matter if you hit OK if you haven't changed the value. Just be aware of that. Control V. Now everything's in place. It remembered that everything was to upper. It's all in place. It looks great. Now on the floor plan sheet, if I go to my first floor, I can place that value or that legend of wall type legend on the sheet. And you'll notice that I have all my wall types and a wall type legend on the sheet now. So that's super powerful. So we're going to go ahead and save this as demo30. So file, save as project, revit demo30, and I will see you in the next lecture.